Welcome, I'll be reacting to Black Sails, Season 4, Episode 8. This is not a market substitute. Please support the original on Starz. Beautiful lighting right now. He and Billy are up to something. Cool.
Seemed only fair that I remind you that our fates are now linked.
So the two of them are probably going to get a hold of the map before Billy runs off with it.
All it took was a disagreement over a little money for Flint to kill him. It happened with Gates and Flint. It will happen with Flint and Silver.
Yeah, it will.
You want the exchange of the money to happen off this island.
Skeleton Island?
And they will follow you.
Esqueleto skeleton. Yeah, the map looked like it. You know that meme? It's happening, it's happening. That's what's going on right now. Oh my, Skeleton Island. So the treasure exchange is going to happen there. Flint's going to get a hold of it. He's going to come in there. He's going to just like, oh, this is going to be wild when we get to that episode. I'm excited. All the players are going to be there. And I bet Jack will have showed up by then. Okay. And I learned a new word, esqueleto. If this show manages to stick the landing, unlike Game of Thrones, please stick the landing.
There's nothing in Nassau but horror.
Yeah. That's what war is.
What if the result of this war isn't beyond the horror? What if it is the horror itself? Have you given this any thought at all? But I cannot believe that is all there is. I cannot believe we are so poorly made as that.
It's times like this when Black Sails really shows its almost Shakespearean characteristics.
You and Marty. There isn't a man or woman in Nassau who'd argue that she isn't the best of them all.
Yeah.
I think that you are the best of us.
Oh.
The two of you together are the world in balance.
Oh, knowing where this ends up going just makes those scenes more poignant.
I don't know who broke it first, but it broke.
Mm-hmm.
And there ain't no putting it back together again.
I'm sorry, Max, but she's right.
Is there something you need?
Yeah. There is.
I wonder what it could be.
My fear is they will learn what your solution actually is.
Oh, yeah.
Their intent is to cause terror and destruction until civilization simply ceases to function. The threat...
The defense of civilization is not your responsibility, sir! Then you are going to have a mutiny on your hands, sir.
That's true. Oh. Oh, this is her whole wardrobe. I recognize these. Oh. What a scene. Is that her journal? Billy. Oh no. Rogers.
Go get it. Bring it up here right now.
The treasure. And with a ship name like the Eurydice, made me nervous right there. Oh.
He's hauling up the anchor. Where the fuck is he going?
Follow him.
Wherever he's going, we follow.
Might help you maneuver your way back onto the council.
I couldn't show most of that scene because of the background, but it looks like those two are plotting against the governor, whom they both rightly believe has kind of lost perspective. It'll be interesting to see how they manage things, because they're both quite formidable and quite Slytherin.
I thought it unlikely I could be of much help.
Mm-hmm.
But you will never believe what just walked through my door.
Oh, these three working together. That would be amazing. I still can't remember her name. Osiris is the reason Jack got into all that trouble to start with. So if those two, not quite team up, but are allies, that would be really interesting.
You run a line through them in that direction becomes the course the governor will set to reach our final destination.
He knows where it is.
Because Skeleton Island is not on any chart. Not.
And you're gonna get stuck there, Ben Gunn.
I may not have understood it, I may not have supported it, but I did it! And God damn it, right now you're going to return the favor! Whatever must be done to secure Marty's release.
We do it.
I'm going to do
Yeah.
it. But I demand your support. Do I have it?
No, you actually don't, but he might pretend you do.
Yes.
Do you? Oh, yellow is a beautiful color on her. She's doing better. She can walk now. And she has a knife. The dagger's big enough to be almost a short sword. Oh, ow, ow. Ow.
You killed a friend of mine. Her name was Charlotte. There were men I knew that would have killed you for me. But Max refused. Because despite the world reminding her every day of her life, she never believed a word of it. You'd walk away.
I'm glad they had this conversation. There was a lot of tension in the air between those two. Both of them look beautiful. These gowns.
How well did you know my granddaughter?
Very well.
And that the measuring of you and your proposal are done, and that we are partners
Yes.
in a venture to acquire and reform NASA. Supremely uncurious, bordering on dim, but fundamentally decent. The investments he's overseen have shown modest gains at best.
Oh, these gowns.
And he'd be most amenable to doing whatever else you told him to do.
Aha.
You think he would listen to me as an advisor?
As a wife. You'd have to marry him.
You think he would listen to me as a wife?
I will introduce you to him. And as I imagine you'll have no difficulty taking things from there.
No.
Are you ready to do it?
I would imagine so, but you never know with Max.
Claims to have been to Skeleton Island and can show us the way.
Oh dear.
There's some miracle he actually succeeds in getting us there. And I can't tell which of the two is of more concern. What does that mean?
Flint, Rogers, and my cache of gems.
It's all happening on Skeleton Island.
To deny a simple truth.
Listen to Israel.
What? The crown does not divide.
It's a fucking mess out here. Come inside.
What a beautiful scene. This is so gorgeous. I had to take a screenshot. Okay, new desktop wallpaper. Thank you, Black Sails.
A man of her choosing, and she wants me to be his wife.
His wife? And you said no. Why would you do that?
Because I refuse to situate a man in a position where he might interfere one day with my ability to repair things with you.
Oh. Oh.
I am so sorry for working so hard to protect the wrong things.
Oh.
For failing to see that there is nothing important that does not include you.
Oh, Max. Well, hopefully Guthrie will respect this, actually. Because it would have been so easy to say yes. I'm so glad those two are back on good terms. Now we just need the canonical trio.
Avery finds the remains of all 31. Slaughtered. Evidence that a number of them had been dismembered while still alive.
Oh. Obviously this is a bit of mythology, but wow. Quite the story. That must be the ship.
The men said it sounded to them like the voice of God.
What a beautiful island they found for it. I mean, it might not even be an island. It could just be a location on the mainland, but still. The mountains, the fog.
where our imaginations might run wild.
Flint, what have you done?
Mr. Silver, I fear, is compromised in this regard.
Here we go.
I find myself in need of a new partner.
I knew it. It's starting already. He just needs to make a sound. If he can just fire it anywhere. Oh! Really?
I tried to tell him. Go. Do you see it now?
Oh.
Prepare launch.
I love the sound design with the birds as Silver came aboard.
I came in the hopes my presence might buy some time before you reacted to this news. And until I am able to remedy the situation.
What sort of remedy is that?
I sent 6 of my men after him. The best men I have left.
And none of them would be coming back.
I sent 2 units.
No, Lieutenant, your men are already dead.
Let's track Captain Flint and retrieve the cash.
What else did you tell them to do?
It's time to end Flint. Well, I know he's coming back. I don't think any of the others are. They're all red shirts. We have only 2 episodes left, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised that we finally got to the actual Skeleton Island. What a location they found. You know what this makes me want? Is a Treasure Island movie done by all the same people as Black Sails with the same actors. Wouldn't that be amazing? A full, just hardcore R movie. Sorry. I would love it. Flint has finally shown his hand. Robert Louis Stevenson gave us a vague outline of what's going to happen, but that's really it. We know Flint kills almost everyone that comes after him or is with him trying to help him. I'm pretty sure that 5 of those 6 men that Silver sent are not going back to the ship. They're going down to Davy Jones' locker. Israel Hands is going to get out because we know he's in the book. Billy Bones is in the book. He'll be fine. Governor Rogers, we know history, so he's getting out of this, unfortunately. This is going to be really interesting. I love the new location and the tropics sound design that they really leaned into. That whole eerie story as well that Flint told at the beginning to try and get people on his side that I swear he totally made up on the spot. But anyway, Avery is a real pirate and I could see him spreading tall tales, so Flint was probably just picking up on that, but still, he's always been so charismatic that he can talk people into anything, and he's never gone up against someone like him before. Almost all his former partners were more convenient, I would say. He didn't really see them as equals. I think Silver is truly his equal, so this will be really interesting. And going straight to Rogers and explaining the situation, I think, is going to help. In fact, we might get some redcoats in the jungle. That would be really cool, although they're probably all going to die because Flint is Flint. I'm guessing next episode will be the infamous reburying of the treasure and a lot of combat sequences in the jungle. I also think Jack's going to show up with his people. And despite all of this excitement going on at Skeleton Island, we also got a lovely moment of Max and Anne finally, I don't know, quite forgiving each other, but at least getting to a point where they can see each other's point of view and recognize that at least at some point they loved each other. And I think they've found a way forward from here. That moment when they clasped hands at the end of just kind of acknowledging their connection has been reestablished is what I felt in that moment. So it will be interesting to see how that plotline ends. And I know I keep bringing this up, but I really, really hope that other person is going to show up before the end of the season. Please, Black Sails people, just one scene. Even if it's the very last scene of the entire series, even if it is an after credits scene, please put this other person in with Jack and Anne.